Welcome to the Very Vibrant Makeup channel. Today I wanted to do a kind of like mini review, first impressions on a new palette that's coming out in October. And if you guys don't already know what it is, you've seen it on Trendmood's Instagram page and Urban Decay's Instagram page, but it is the Naked Cherry palette. So if you guys don't already know, and I know a lot of people are sad about it, so I don't know if you guys are familiar with the Naked palettes. Naked 1 is actually no more. It has been laid to rest, as I want to say. But it is no longer here. So this is the Naked palette. If it is still available in stores, it is still $27. They're just trying to get rid of them. But it is a kind of like velvet type of packaging with bronze neutral shades in it. So this is no more, and they brought out the Naked Cherry as not a replacement, but more or less something a little bit more broader range in their Naked series, which I'm so excited and very thankful and grateful to be a part of that training from Urban Decay. I love trainings. They're amazing at making us get that product knowledge and getting us to see what else we can do to help you guys when you shop into Ulta's as well. So I want to make sure that I know everything about the makeup before selling it, so I'm truthful and honest with all of my customers. So yeah, this is the packaging. It's super cute. It's got the same build as the Heat palette, and I believe the Naked Smoky, because Naked Smoky was the first to have that plastic casing, and then the Heat came out and also had the plastic. So this is what it looks like. Very pretty. It's got kind of like a clear top to it with the image in the also on the top, but you can kind of see it through the clear plastic. But this is what it looks like. It's more of a reddish pinkish tone, so it's actually got some really good shades in here, and we got to actually demonstrate it before anybody got to touch it really. So I wanted to kind of demonstrate this on my eyes, do a look for you, do some swatches, and let you know my overall thoughts on this palette. This retails, of course, for $54. I love how it has magnetic closing, and I believe it does come with a brush. It's already used because I had to demonstrate it in there, but I love this brush because it reminds me of the Naked Smoky brush, which had a blender brush, very soft crease brush, and a smudger brush for the lower lash line. So I'm really excited, and I can't wait to demonstrate this. So yes, at $54, I believe it releases October 26th in stores, but it is available online on urbandecay.com. But in Ulta stores, I'm not sure when it's going to release online yet, but the release date, I believe they told us it was October 26th. So I'm so excited. This is a great gift for someone that's looking for a neutral but yet fun palette at the same time. So I feel like this palette caters to the person that likes those soft, really pretty looks, but also like a little bit of edge with that pink and kind of like maroon cranberry colors in it as well. So yes, so I'm going to prime with my primer potion from Urban Decay all over the lid. Then I'm going to take Hot Spot and put that all over my lid to set my primer. Then I will use Juicy and put that all over my crease. Then use Devilish and put that all in my outer corner, kind of trying to do a contoured shape, but then I decided to kind of wing it out a little bit. Then I'm taking Drunk Dial and putting that over top. As you can see, it's starting to get a little patchy. I was kind of floored by that, so I started just building with a different brush.
Then I use Bing and try to blend out that area, and as you can see, it didn't blend out very well. Then I took Ambitious, which is the copper shade in the palette. I built it with my finger, but I felt it was very lackluster with the finger. And then I went back in with Hotspot and put that on my brow bone. And then I'm taking Privacy and putting that to try and marry the two, and as you can see, it didn't work out.
Stop my video midway because I am noticing the patchiness is real. So I am not liking that. So I'm going to try a different method. I'm going to redo this, and I wanted to stop it while I was going through because I want to show you guys my honest opinion, and if this is going to be the palette, I'm not happy with it. So wiping off my eyes, I'm going to prep my eyes again, but I'm going to go in with the same method that I use to do my Morphe palettes of the Jaclyn Hill. I noticed if I layered at least 3 transition shades, it works out for me. The formula so far is very, very dry. I'm not liking that. I'm gonna see if I could skip. I'm gonna do one eye without the primer and kind of play with it off camera and see if that works. I'm so disappointed. This is such a pretty palette that I'm very disappointed that it's not working out for me. Because I'm very appreciative of Urban Decay, the rep giving us that, you know, giving us an opportunity to try it out, but I'm just like, what's going on? So I'm going to try my method of 3 different transition shades to layer it really nice because it is much drier formula. I might not set my primer. I don't know for sure. So let's go ahead and...
Alright, let's try again with the primer potion from Urban Decay in Eden. Then I'm taking Caution. I'm going to put that into the crease. Then I will take Juicy and put that on top of Caution. I'm doing that layering method that worked for me in the Morphe palettes. Then I took Feels and put that on top of Juicy, on top of Caution. Then I took Devilish and put that on top of it. I layered 4 crease shades just because I wanted to blow out the crease a little more. And then of course went with a darker shade and put it on the outer corner. And as you can see, it's not as patchy as it was before. Then I'll take Hotspot, put that into the brow bone, and as you can see there's a lot of fallout, so I had to kind of clean it up a little bit. Then I took Ambitious, that copper shade again. Went on with my finger, still was kind of lackluster, so I sprayed it with the Urban Decay All Nighter spray, and then used a flat shader brush and just kind of built from there. And then I took Devilish again and put that on the lower lash line, buffed it out. Then of course I took a Drunk Dial and put that on top of it. Then of course I took this sparkly like peachy shade and put it in the inner corner of my eye.
Impressions. It's very soft, like it's very daytime. And you saw I had to stop the tutorial and to let you know that it was chalky as hell. So upon that, using my same method that I used for the Morphe palettes from Jaclyn Hill, I actually paired the crease shades. I layered the crease shades to make it work, because if you don't layer the crease shades, I feel like it gets choppy and chalky. So for sure, layering that made a world of difference, and as you can see, it blended out really nice with no spacing and chalkiness as I experienced the first go around. Soft and very pink, then this is a palette for you. Sadly, I'm not impressed with it. I mean, And you could see how much I used it. I like beat this thing up just trying to get pigment. I felt like every single shade I tried was dry. So like Privacy is, yes, it swatches beautifully, but it was so hard to build. It was so hard to build that darkness in the outer corner. What I would love from this palette, I love that it has a vanilla shade that's Hot Spot. I love that it has transition shades. I love that it's got a dark shade, but it's not dark enough for something sultry. So this is going to be something you're going to go for a little bit more lighter if you're looking for subtle. I know the Naked 2 palette has, I believe it's Perversion or Blackout in it. I don't have Naked 2 because it's more taupey, and I'm not really a taupey person. I'm more of a warm person. So given that, that black is intense and intimidating to a lot of folks. So I get ladies that be like, what am I going to do with that black? I don't want to buy the whole palette if it's got black in it. And I just tell them to use it as an eyeliner, and it works really nice. So this is something that's a little bit more pink. So if you have red undertones in your skin and you feel like pinks really make you washed out, I would not recommend this palette. Now, as far as like more yellow in your skin or more olive tones, then yes, the pinks, the purples, the mauves, they really do bring it out. So Naked 3 and the Naked Cherry is going to be a great one. I feel like this was a rushed palette. That is my understanding from it. Yes, we're replacing the Naked 1, but this is such extreme to me. And yeah, I just came from training, and I learned a lot about this palette, but honestly, like, I don't understand. That's a drastic change. Like, for this being the replacement for Naked 1, I think a lot of people aren't going to be happy. Now, I wanted to get the Elements palette, but honestly, I'm trying not to go crazy on palettes because I did ask for a palette for my birthday, so I'm like, I don't need any more. And I just got a palette from my training, so I'm like, why do I need another palette? But I'm very interested in what it has. I did get to swatch it in our training, so I was really, really excited to touch it and feel it, and I really liked it. However, that blue in the palette reminds me of the Kristen Leanne. And I have the Kristen Leanne palette, and that's my all-time favorite Urban Decay palette. And I really don't need that blue, so the packaging is gorgeous. If you're buying it for the packaging on its own, then I would say get the Elements palette. For the Naked Cherry, it's a beautiful package. It's gorgeous. It's very mauve. I feel like this is a nice palette for subtle looks. An everyday kind of pinky palette. I'm very excited to use this during the month of October in my store to kind of promote breast cancer awareness. We do this thing all month long. We're allowed to wear pink on the top, like our tops, and we can wear jeans for a $20 donation. So that helps to the cause. And we have our cut-a-thon, or now it's called Cut for a Cause. And all of the proceeds, what it is, okay, is actually what Ulta salons do. It's on a Sunday, and ours is going to be October 7th. I believe everybody should be October 7th. So go down if you need a haircut. It's only $20 for a cut and style, but it is walk-ins only. No appointments can be made. So if you are there at 11 a.m. and are able to see a stylist throughout the day, just kind of check. But it's walk-ins only. Don't bombard the salon. Just kind of go in and be courteous, because these girls are actually cutting hair for a cause. So 100% of the proceeds go to our program called BCRF, which is our breast cancer research fund through Ulta, and that helps a cause. And for me, this is very close to my heart. My mom did have breast cancer. She did survive that, and she had uterine cancer, survived that, but unfortunately it was lymphoma that was the one that took her. But my mom she was a breast cancer survivor, so being that, this is very close to my heart, and I think I'm hosting the event for my GM so that you know, I can help out the salon, and I'm very, very grateful, very, very humbled by it, and I really want this to be a successful event. So do go down to your local Ulta October 7th for the Cut for a Cause $20 haircut and style, $10 mini face express facials, and I believe it's $10 or $20 for pink extensions. So it's very, very important to us that this comes to be a success, just because it's for a cause. For us, it's very important to us. So do that on October 7th. But I like the fact that this palette kind of caters to the month of October being pink. Then we can wear this pink palette and support breast cancer awareness. So wearing pink just kind of shows your support. So I feel like this is going to be good for people that work at Ulta, and people that want to go to like events, or breast cancer survivors need a pink palette. This is a nice pink palette. Everyday, not too much, not bright pink, but nice and subtle and soft. So that I totally get. For my personal standards, yes, this is going to be a little too soft for me, but I like how soft it is. So yes, I had trouble with it, but layering those crease shades really did make a difference, and I was able to build and make it really nice and soft. The only thing I don't like is the shimmers are just not there. I had to spray my brush with the All Nighters spray to get, is it called Ambitious, this copper one, to work, and it's still really, really subtle. And to pop in my inner corner, I used Bang Bang, and it's so subtle. I mean, for me, it's very subtle, but for people that don't like that much shimmer, I feel like this is a good palette where you can get the shimmer. I did notice layering it with the All Nighter made it a bit dry and kind of clumpy, so I have to deal with that today. But overall, the palette for me, I'd give it like a B minus. It's got nice, I mean, I'm basing this off of what everyone is wanting from a palette. Yes, a lot of people want neutrals. I'm a bold person. I like bold shadows, so I'm like disappointed and kind of like, meh, who cares? I really don't like it that much. But I see the perspective throughout seeing guests all day at work and seeing what they want, and sometimes the naked one can be a little intimidating, and they don't know what to do with it, because these are very, very pigmented, very, very metallic colors, so I can see why they're intimidated. I can see why they're intimidated by the Moondust palette. I can see why they're intimidated by the Elements palette. So for the bold people, the Elements palette's going to be your best bet. For the subtle people, the people that like everyday looks, the Naked Cherry is going to be your best bet. So definitely do like this palette for a soft look. It's not for me, but it could be for you just because it's very subtle and very daytime appropriate. And I feel like if you work in an office or you just want simple colors, then definitely get the Naked Cherry if you like those pinks and mauves. Yes, so also I forgot to mention that the IT brush, every year IT Cosmetics launches a brush that is pink, and I do have one of them from last year. It's the one that's sparkly, and this year it's going to have actual hearts in it, like little heart confettis inside, and it's clear, so I'm definitely going to pick that up. 100% of the proceeds go to a woman in need that's suffering from cancer, so it's very, very nice that also prestige products participate in something like that. Brushes from Ulta are actually, the IT brushes from Ulta are, they're especially for Ulta. So Ulta is a big, that's why I feel so proud to work for the company, is that it's a big company that really strives for work-life balance. They donate to a cause. They have a lot of good things going for them, and I really like that. So, and I've been with Ulta for almost 4 years, so it's for me, it's very important to me to go to these trainings, that I get to really work with the vendors and reps for the brands, so that I know exactly what I'm selling, and we are always very truthful in what we're selling. And, you know, we don't feel pressured. We feel we have fun with everything. But definitely it was an honor to go to this training. As always, it's always an honor to go to every single training and to receive a palette for us being creative in our way of how we help incorporate other brands with Urban Decay. I thought that was a really good honor for us to have. I'm so proud of my store. But yeah, definitely if you're into the subtle looks, I would pick this up immediately as soon as it launches. I believe it's October 26th in Ulta stores, and I'm not sure about online. I will post that information down below once I know. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you appreciated me really working with this palette, even though it didn't work for me the first go around. I had to stop it and I'm like, whoa, what's going on? It's not a complete loss. Just step back, rework it, and if all else fails, layer 3 crease shades. It builds the matte and it builds the look very nicely. So I feel like the layering those 3 crease shades wasn't an extra chore. It was actually very fun because then I got to see the mattes really blend out and really build really nicely. So it's kind of like magic to me. So I liked it. I mean, it's not my cup of tea palette, but definitely it's something very subtle, very daytime appropriate. So thank you guys so much for watching my video. Thank you so much for my supporting my channel and really commenting. I love your comments. I read them. I try to respond as much as possible, but I really think they're very sweet comments. So thank you guys so much for watching. I know I'm repeating myself over and over. I had so much to say about this palette. I was very excited. But I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!